the clock started? I don't see it. Oh, it's already going down, not fair. Okay, good. All right, thanks very much. So my name is Neil Davies. I'm the director of UC Berkeley's research station, the GUMP South Pacific Research Station on Moorea in French Polynesia. Serge Plan from the CNRS, Criob, was going to be giving this talk, but unfortunately he couldn't make it, so I'm giving it in his place. Hopefully I am saying things that he would agree with. So the Moorea Ecostation. How do I move this forward? Okay. So first of all, first slide, the site description. So where is it? Here we go on Google Earth. If you turn it around to the other side of the Earth from where we are today, you see the true blue planet. And our site is there, located right in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. You can see California just up in the north, Australia, Hawaii, New Zealand, and a little bit of Antarctica down the bottom. So that's where we're located. It's an overseas territory of France, the rather massive exclusive economic zone, about the size of Western Europe. And it's also situated at the lower biodiversity end of a natural gradient in biodiversity as you come out from the richest places on Earth in Southeast Asia. This is the diversity of coral as you go out across the Pacific. So we have relatively low biodiversity. It's still high, still a tropical place, but lower than the islands out to the west. Okay, in terms of the institutional partners, so this site has at least two institutions involved and heavily invested in the long-term sustained study of this particular part of the world. And our site's not limited necessarily to this one island, but that is the core focus of our work, and other work happens out in the rest of French Polynesia and across the Pacific. But nevertheless, for the purposes of today, we're talking really about the island of Moorea, and the two institutions on this island are two research stations. One American, Berkeley, on this side of the mountain, and on the other side of the mountain in the Twin Bay is the French research station, Criob. So Serge, the director of Criob, and myself, director of the Berkeley lab, we've formed this partnership we called the Moorea Ecostation, where we come together with the support of French Polynesia, the territorial government, to try to coordinate our studies of this island. And the stations, in terms of our facilities, both of us welcome researchers from around the world. They're open. You don't have to be a member of our institutions to come and use the labs. So we encourage anyone here is very welcome to come and start doing research at either of our facilities. And we have basically the types of things that a field station or a marine lab has in terms of labs. We have housing. We can house between the two stations up to 80 people. We have dry and wet laboratories, flow through seawater systems, and good access to the interior of the island and to the lagoon, particularly the coral reefs. In terms of access to biodiversity, first thing you do before you go and collect anything, you've got to get a permit. So we have to have a form right at the top there, your application, an access and benefit sharing agreement, and then that kicks off this cascade of downstream data projects and specimens, a lot of which we heard about this morning, and we'll be talking about the rest of this meeting. And then finally, what kinds of data sets are we collecting? When I say we, the two stations host researchers, so this is a number of programs being carried out by many different people from many different institutions from many different countries. But the kinds of work that's being done, and these are data, environmental data. People are collecting environmental data, temperature, salinity, all of these things, and for these teams, those are their data, as Renzo said earlier. Ecologists working on land and underwater, counting, monitoring changes in species distributions and so forth over time, and trying to understand the ecological processes that govern this system. And then, of course, the other kinds of data, genetic data. And for us, at the genomic level, the rest of it is metadata. But these are the three layers. And those are the data sets that are being carried out by various teams. And thank you very much. That was 5 minutes.